is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. And this process video is for the series called Gettin Sketchy with Heather and myself. This week we are using one of Heather's sketches, and there it is provided. I did follow it a little, for the most part, to the T, but not quite. There are the pictures, and you can see that I used white close to my heart paper along with a bunch of cut files of Snowflakes, and I'll link the cut files down below along with all the other products that I do use in the description to this video. And I am just going through close to my heart scrapbook paper collection called Jack. Unfortunately, it's no longer available, but I will provide my link so that you can look through the other paper products that they have in collections. They have one that is called a scrapbooking collection where you'll get everything with it. And I just ordered the paper pack because I really liked the paper in it, and it fits very well for the winter feel. So the paper I found is actually like a tree, like cut in half, so you can see like the tree lines of how many years it's been, and I cut that in half to break it up because in the sketch you see that it's solid in a print below. And I just decided to put it on the bottom just like the sketch did. And I grabbed some ribbon from Stampin' Up. It's a teal colored ribbon that actually breaks up the solid in the print. And I just used my ATG and house tape, office tape, whatever you want to call it, to place this on the, on the back so that it stays in place. And here I go taping it. If you ever wonder why you see the green or any type of washi tape behind my paper, it's because, or my background paper, it's because that's how I keep it from moving off of my pad. Especially during mixed media and all that kind of stuff. It works out perfect to hold it in place. And then it doesn't curl as much. So that's my tidbit, is that it doesn't curl. So I go through and I start to layer my pictures. And I found this checkerboard. And the color actually is a brown, like a dark brown, and a red, a really gorgeous red. And I just layer them. And in the corner, the right-hand corner there, you'll see my tree, the grays and the teal tree paper. I do use that as my back as well, I think. Let me see, once I get cutting through here. Just a little bit more about the pictures while I'm cutting up and layering here. These are winter pictures of being at the Triberg waterfall. It is gorgeous at every season that I've gone. The one that I did miss, which I wish I would have been able to get back to, was actually the fall. I've been there during the spring, summer. The winter is just gorgeous. As you can tell by the pictures, these are the waterfall pictures. And then during the summer it's gorgeous too. But then I forgot to go back. Not really forgot, I just didn't have time to be able to go back during the fall to see the colors. And I do realize that I accidentally put one of my pictures upside down, and I think I catch it and change it, or I change it off screen. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. But I do know that I accidentally put this one up backwards. But I do put them on right. And I'm really bad about changing out my blade to my paper cutter there. And that's the reason why you see me tape everything. I wait until it just doesn't cut at all anymore. Maybe bad on my part, but... And it's not laziness, I just literally make sure that I use every sharpness on it. So there, you see that I do put it on right. And you can't really tell that I accidentally put the paper on backwards or the picture on backwards. And I guess I didn't even realize here that I did put it on backwards, the paper, to make the trees look right. But it's just there for color, so you can't even really tell that they are actually trees behind it. And I just layer, and I put the pictures down on the left-hand side. They're turned on the sketch, but I wanted these straight because you'll see what I do with my embellishments and my title. So I do keep the title on the right hand side, and I think I start to layer down my snowflakes. So these snowflakes came from the Hip Kit Club. Last year they gave out, just as long as you had a profile, they did 12 days of giving, and one of these were a free cut file that was called Deer. It was on day 7 in December. And again, like I said, I'll link the stuff down below. So I do the doily that is in the sketch, but I don't put it exactly where she has. And I also do not have big doilies. I'm not a doily fan, but I do like putting them on there. I like the textures behind the layouts as well. I just don't use them all that often, not as much as some people do. But I do like it. So here I am, I'm placing the snowflakes all around, and I printed out 3 different styles. The red and black checkerboard, and then is like one style, and then you'll see 2 different white ones. One of them is bigger than the other, but they're all snowflakes. And I'm just layering them to place them where I feel like they should go. And I know I start to glue down, and I got out the wood veneers, and I got out a flare from a flare for button. It's called Today, or the word on there is Today. And then I get the wood veneers from, they're snowflakes as well, and these, and was an older Stampin' Up wood collection. I think it was back when they did their celebrations, or last year's, I'm almost betting it's got to be last year's holiday collection catalog. But I'm just placing the wood veneers on here. And this does take me a while. And I tried to speed this up and as much as I possibly could, because I really don't like taking out pieces unless it's like with cut files or whatever that's going to back, that I have to back forever, or like the last one I did, the one that had a lot of papers to be able to put down. Here I am putting thread behind the snowflakes, and I use Tamilmano for everything. And the thread colors I pulled out was red, and I have like a dark grayish colored one, and I placed that. I just placed the thread random everywhere. So while we're watching me put all these down, so I got a question. What do you guys do while you guys scrapbook? Do you guys watch YouTube videos? Do you guys hit Netflix or Hulu or Amazon or any of that sort of type of stuff? And what do you do while you watch? Or are you one of the silent type people that have to have it silent, or a music person? I have to watch something. I gotta binge watch. I try to stay up on all my YouTube channels, the subscription ones, so if I get caught up on those and I'm not finding something on Netflix, which I'll binge watch Netflix as well, but I'll watch one of them. I always got to have something on and watch. And here I go, I put some more thread, so I grab a mint colored as well. Maybe I don't use the gray. I might not use the gray. I know I got it out. And I am so sorry this is taking forever to get done. But as you can tell, it's something that we all go through. We all have those moments of, we do a lot to just get our layouts done as well and make them perfect in our world and in our mind. To get a little bit more on maybe some tidbits about what's going to happen on my channel here in the next couple of months, I am collaborating with another gal in December. I'm not going to name names yet or the series, but it will be in December for something to do with December. It's all about Christmas layouts and how to utilize your pictures that you take, your oodles and oodles of pictures that you take, and get to processing them onto a layout, because you're too, sometimes maybe too scared to use the paper because it looks gorgeous or whatever the case may be. So there'll be 10 days of that, and I had another scrappy friend message me, and we're coming up with another series, so that'll probably be the first of the year for a series to do together. We're coming up with some ideas. So if there's anything that you are looking for on process videos that you are just not sure what to do or how to do it, or just want more inspiration, leave a comment down below, and I can definitely take your answers or your thoughts and take them back to this gal, and we can come up with a series. I don't want to name names yet because we're not ready to, completely announce what we're doing and who my collaborations are. Heather and I are going to do this about every other week. So we have 2. This is our second one to the series, and I think we only have one in December. You know just how crazy it is with the holiday and December dailies and December documented. Remember, we'll be going through that too. So I will be doing some process videos about my documenting my holiday traditions that I decide to do. There, I grab out sequence to get back to the layout a little bit. I am done now with the snowflakes. They're done. And I'm sorry that I'm off screen. I think I noticed it here shortly, and I'll push it up so that you can see. But I use my tweezers and Tamamano to put down my sequence, and I just fill in the gaps. I just put in colors. I randomly just fill it in. And again, I'm sorry that I'm down off camera, but I'm not really doing anything on the bottom yet. I think I pushed it down so I could be able to still stay on screen, not for you to see my head, and to be able to put the sequence down. The sequence is from Spiegelman Scraps, and it is called the Woodsy Woodland collection, and it's a bunch of reds and mints and browns, wood type colors. There we go. Yay! Now I finally moved up. And I just place them all over. You can't quite see on the brown colored paper down there the tree spot where I'm putting them, but you do see them in the final sketch at the end, and also like in real life, if you'd ever see my pages in my book, you would see that there's sequence down there. You just can't quite see it down there as well on camera. But I'm just going to finish this up, and then I add I know I'll get to adding the title, and the title is just called Snow Day. I ended up, if I remember correctly, this was one of the days both Josh and I ended up having a snow day together, because I used to work in Germany for a while as a store manager of a furniture store, and very seldom did we ever get any days off. And for the company that I worked for, January is inventory. So once we hit that, Josh knows never to touch me, never to talk to me. So we ended up having a snow day because obviously it snowed quite a bit. And Stuttgart, where we were stationed at, they quite don't know how to drive in it. Just kind of like living here in Georgia. If it even gets an ounce of ice, you don't want to be on the roads. People just go crazy around here. And so we just decided to go and do that. So I grabbed the cloud from American Crafts for my title. And you saw that I put down the journaling. I also took one of my white gel pens and did my journaling. And you'll see it at the close-ups at the end here. And like I said, I just put the word Snow Day. I know that it's kind of an weird title because it's a bunch of it's waterfall pictures, but I just remember that it was a snow day for both Josh and I. and we ended up able to go and do something because neither one of us could work, and it's an odd time to have one of our days off while we were over there when I used to work. Now it's not a big deal as I'm a stay-at-home mom. I was going to put a snowflake there, and then I decided not to. But now that I look at it on camera, it's not too bad, but I felt like everything else was really busy, and I wanted to leave the title kind of more simple. But I do put 3 little sequences right there by the letter W. So we're rounding out as I do this will be the end. You'll start to see my little hands wave bye-bye. But I'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you like the process video, give me a thumbs up. Please make sure you go check out Heather's on her YouTube channel, which I'll link that down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the red button and give me the thumbs up. And I hope to talk to you soon. Maybe. Maybe. I'll get there. I should. Why am I cleaning up? What the heck? There we go. Bye.